estét kívánok! Tüzet nyitottak a tálibok egy repülőgépre, amelyről azt feltételezik, hogy kémrepülő volt az afganisztáni főváros fölött. Még egy föld-levegő rakétát is kilőttek, de nem találták el.
Itthon elfogta a rendőrség Nógrádi Ádámot, akit apja meggyilkolásával gyanúsítanak. A Solthatkerti férfi az olajtanú, Nógrádi Zsolt 25 éves öccse. A
részletek jönnek fél hétkor a híradóban.
Várjuk Önöket!
Következik a...
Okay, we can go live now to Louisa and get an update on the situation there. So now Mr. Yang Liwei joins that exclusive club of space celebrities.
Yes, absolutely. The 38-year-old fighter pilot has now returned to Beijing, where he received a military reception. And even on the flight, on the way over, he was harassed, we hear, by journalists trying to interview him. And he did give his first interview then when he said that he hadn't been that nervous because he'd had so much training for this. But having spent the last 10 years training in secrecy, one wonders how much trouble he'll have getting used to all the journalists.
And it sounds very much as though this whole event has captured the imagination of the Chinese people after a rather faltering start.
Yes, well, it has. I mean, in the streets in Beijing, people are very excited indeed now. And if you go to the newsstands, they're all buying up the special editions of the papers which have been put out. They're completely plastered with pictures of Yang Liwei, and they've been put out specially today to mark this event. And a lot of people are just very pleased because they really see it as a sign of the country's emerging power. And a lot of people think that China can't be a superpower without a strong space program, and that this is a sign that China is catching up other countries.
And we talked earlier about his now having a political role for his Communist Party masters. How might that manifest itself?
Well, it's difficult to say at the moment because since he arrived back in Beijing, we haven't seen him at all, but we are expecting at some point in the next few days to see perhaps a reception with state leaders. And certainly almost all of the important state leaders have spoken to him at one point or another over the past 2 days. So it is a sign that he's definitely being used in a sort of political way.
Okay, Louisa, thanks very much.
This shuttle, the Endeavour, lit up Florida's nighttime sky when it was launched from Kennedy Space Center in the last hour. The crew is delivering a new compartment and robot to the station.
All right, returning now to U.S. politics and that Hillary Clinton ad. Remember that one that asked the viewers, imagine a 3 a.m. phone call to the White House. Well, it is widely credited with helping Senator Clinton in the Texas and Ohio primaries just last week. Now, Barack Obama is firing back.
Obviously, many of you saw this advertisement of Senator Clinton's with the phone call. You know. Now, let me tell you, if a phone call comes at 3 in the morning, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to answer it. And then I'm going to answer it, and then I'm going to apply the same judgment that led me to conclude that the war in Iraq was a bad idea when Senator Clinton concluded that the war in Iraq was a good idea, and Senator McCain concluded that the war in Iraq was a good idea.
Now, Obama is not the only one taking Clinton to task for those phone call advertisements. CNN's Jeannie Mose has more on a television spot that just keeps on giving.
Home to CNN's world headquarters, stunned late Friday night by a tornado, which punched holes in rooftops, blew out windows in high-rise buildings, causing heavy damage in a small, concentrated area of the city. Rusty Dornan has more.
Következő műsorunk megtekintése 12 éven aluliak számára nem ajánlott.
A műsor támogatója a Nők Napja.
A Magyar Fogorvosok Egyesületének ajánlott.
Szerte, amelyek cinarin tartalmat tesz rendkívül egyedivé.
A cinarin természetes formában az articsókában fordul elő a legnagyobb koncentrációban.
A műsor támogatója a Nők Napja. Hogy mi történik